They say that great things can come in small packages, and this rather unimposing little book was the first textbook done in the United States that described the West of the United States, which was brand new at the time. This belonged to Eliza Fisk. It was her property. It's the second edition of Geography Made Easy, an abridgment of American geography, which we will talk about later. Jedidiah Morse in Boston, schoolmaster, writer, scholar, and obviously a geographer. The first book was just nearly unobtainable, and that was the year before. And this was 1790, and one other was in 89. There's a neat little cut. It was the way they described those early maps of the world. This looks like it might have come from an English press because of the type and so on. But at any rate, this was done by Isaiah Thomas and Ebenezer Andrews, major Boston publishers, 1790. And it's to the young masters and misses throughout the United States, being an easy introduction to the useful and entertaining science of geography. What a salesman. Anyway, Jedidiah Morse was Quaker and a smart, well-educated man. And his directions for the bookbinder to where to place the maps. The maps, we're not particularly interested in the world map, which is kind of inconsequential, but there is part of it. The U.S. map, however, is very important. It's one of the first maps to show lots of the places printed in the United States. It shows a lot of the places and what they considered the West. The West was the Mississippi River. And this shows, North Carolina going all the way to the Mississippi, Georgia going all the way to the Mississippi, a little bit of South Carolina, huge Illinois. No, is Illinois Territory on there? No, not yet. So it's a very early stage of U.S. Immediately after we won the Revolution. This talks an awful lot about the Northeast, Maine, province of Maine, New York. There's a great deal about Kentucky, and the rest of the world is in there too. There's a lot about Georgia. There were only a handful of states at the time, but if you were a very, very lucky scholar in Boston from a wealthy family, you might have one of these books.